The most feared person in the room is not the one who speaks loudly, it's the one who watches, waits, and says nothing. In a world obsessed with being seen and heard, those who master silence gain an invisible, almost supernatural power. Niccolò Machiavelli, the prince of political manipulation, understood this centuries ago. He knew that silence isn't just the absence of noise, it's a sword hidden in a sheath, sharp, patient, and deadly. While others shout to prove their worth, the silent one calculates. While the crowd babbles, the quiet strategist dominates the outcome. If you've ever wondered why the most influential figures speak the least, you're about to learn the philosophy behind their power. We're taught to express ourselves, to speak our minds, to never stay silent. But Machiavelli argued the opposite. To him, words are liabilities, statements that trap, reveal, and limit. Every word spoken is a move revealed on the chessboard. And in high-stakes power plays, unpredictability is survival. Those who speak freely give others ammunition. Those who remain silent confuse, unsettle, and control the tempo. Silence in Machiavelli's world is not inaction, it's misdirection. It creates uncertainty, and that uncertainty becomes leverage. Most people can't stand silence. It unsettles them. It makes them uncomfortable. That discomfort is a tool. When you create silence in conversation, you create a vacuum that others feel desperate to fill. They speak nervously, over-explain, expose weaknesses. Their words become windows into their minds. Machiavelli knew that silence is psychological warfare, an invisible interrogation that makes people reveal everything without you saying a single word. You win before the game begins, simply by staying still. In The Prince, Machiavelli warns rulers never to speak freely on matters of importance. Why? Because once words are out, they become permanent liabilities. Your enemy will remember them. Your ally might use them against you. Silence, on the other hand, is a blank canvas. It gives you room to maneuver, to change your position, to strike when the moment is right. While others rush to speak, the master of silence prepares to dominate. Machiavelli emphasized a tactic modern leaders have forgotten. Let others speak first. When you remain quiet, others rush to fill the gap. In doing so, they reveal their motives, their plans, their fears. You don't have to do anything, just listen. Strategic silence is not about passivity, it's about bait. It invites others to expose themselves while you remain cloaked, unreadable, in full control. And that control is power in its purest form. In any room, the quietest person is often assumed to be the wisest. Silence projects strength, composure, and mystery. People project meaning onto your silence. They assume intelligence, competence, even authority. It's an illusion, but a powerful one. And if you maintain it long enough, it becomes reality. The Machiavellian strategist uses this bias to their advantage. Say little, appear profound. Say nothing, and become invincible. Speaking too soon reveals your position. Remaining silent forces others to make the first move. In doing so, they commit to a course of action. You, on the other hand, stay flexible. You watch, gather data, and wait for the perfect moment to act. Machiavelli believed that haste is the enemy of power. Most people speak to relieve tension, to feel heard. But the strategist knows tension is useful. It bends others to your will. The one who speaks last often wins. Think of your thoughts as weapons. The ones you speak lose their edge. The ones you keep hidden grow sharper in the dark. Machiavelli taught that no plan is more effective than the one kept secret until the moment of execution. That principle applies to words. Keep your opinions, your strategies, your emotions concealed. When you finally act or speak, it's already too late for your opponent to react. That's power. Silence is not about retreat, it's about positioning. It's about creating discomfort and weaponizing patience. It forces your opponent to move first, to bleed information, to misstep. Meanwhile, you maintain mystery and preserve options. Ancient courts feared the ones who spoke the least, not because of what they said, but because no one knew what they were thinking. That unknown creates respect, fear, and dominance. Machiavelli famously said, "Everyone sees what you appear to be, but few experience what you really are." Silence is a tool that widens that gap. It lets you project power while hiding vulnerability. You appear stable while you plan change. You look resolute while remaining adaptable. Every word you speak locks you into a narrative. Every silence keeps you unbound. In that freedom lies absolute control. Conversations are filled with people terrified of silence. That terror is your advantage. When people feel uncomfortable, they reveal themselves. The strategist creates that discomfort deliberately. While the others squirm, explain, or justify, the Machiavellian thinker listens. Every unnecessary word is an intelligence leak, and the silent one, they're already 10 steps ahead. Machiavelli advised rulers to cultivate the image of virtue while privately acting in self-interest. Silence is what makes that possible. You appear agreeable, cooperative, even noble, but inside you plan, adapt, and wait. The fool speaks everything he knows. The strategist speaks only when it changes the game. Control the narrative by limiting your voice. Become memorable by being rare. When you're silent, people project themselves onto you. They see what they want to see. They reveal their assumptions, hopes, and fears, thinking you agree with them. Meanwhile, you've given up nothing. You become a mirror that reflects their minds while concealing your own. Machiavelli saw this as the highest form of control. Not forcing others, but letting them expose themselves willingly. Power has rhythm. It moves like a current. Speak at the wrong time and you disrupt it. Stay silent too long and the moment passes. But speak at the perfect moment, after silence has ripened the tension and your words become thunder. Machiavelli mastered this rhythm. Those who study his methods know. Silence isn't hesitation, it's timing. Strategic silence shapes outcomes. It controls the battlefield before a single move is made. The person who cannot stay silent lacks discipline. And to Machiavelli, undisciplined minds were doomed. Every impulsive word, every emotional reaction, every unfiltered thought, these are fatal flaws in politics, war, or negotiation. True power comes from restraint, from the ability to wait, to listen, to strike only when it's decisive. Silence is patience made visible. It's control in motion. Negotiators know this. The one who speaks first often loses. The one who waits, listens, and forces the other side to fill the silence gains the upper hand. Machiavelli's insight? Power doesn't always shout. It waits. It watches. It calculates. Silence doesn't just protect. It attacks. It extracts. It conquers. And in a world saturated with voices, the one who masters silence wins every time. Are you revealing too much? Are you filling silence just to avoid discomfort? Are you giving away power every time you speak? Or have you mastered what Machiavelli understood centuries ago? That silence isn't the absence of power, but its most refined expression. Thanks for listening.